Give everybody a little bit of time to get in here before we kind of get kicked off. But I'm going to start pretty quick today. We're going to open up this box over here of the MCI case that I won 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I didn't get to pick it up last Saturday, which it's not Saturday, it's Sunday, but 2 weeks in a day. And then I've got this thing that I don't know why it's open. I don't remember opening it. Unless I just wanted to see what was in it, which that'd be kind of weird for me. I would look it up probably. So I don't know why this is like this. So we'll check this out. It seems a little overfull, so there might be more than what's supposed to be in there. I don't know. I have no clue. But chicken fajita, I can't recall ever eating this menu, and I would love to try it. So hopefully it's good. And oh yeah, so there is a date, 5/3/35. Man, I've got a bunch of 2005s and 2008s somewhere. Sticky Fingers got them for me a long time ago, and I put them up, and I don't remember what I'd done with them. I haven't seen them in years. It's been a long time. Hey, what's up, man? Crot and Sparrow and K-Man, what's happening? K-Man's birthday's coming up soon. I know that. Hey, Johnny, what's going on, man? I appreciate you stopping by, dude. I know it's Sunday. It's kind of a weird day, especially a Sunday. Every evening is weird for some people. I mean, that's your time to chill. So, but I appreciate you, man, stopping by. If you guys haven't checked out Johnny's channel, you really should. It's Chase the Heat. And I think there's a link in my description. I put one in there a long time ago, and I'm pretty sure I just left it. So I'll have to look myself and make sure, double check that. I know some of my descriptions has it in there. I appreciate it, man. I love watching yours too. I can't come close to doing anything like you do anymore. I was going to attempt here, since you're here right now, I was going to try to do this last weekend. I think it was last weekend. And I started the week out preparing, and I was eating hotter and hotter stuff every day. So this would have been 2 weeks ago about whenever I started doing that. And I think it was Wednesday or Thursday morning. I can't remember which day it was. But I woke up in horrible pain, and I could tell that it was my pancreas, and I've had pancreatitis twice. So spicy food obviously triggers my pancreas to do whatever, to have an attack or pancreatitis. And it was, luckily I was able to bring myself out of it, because I've had it before, and I kind of went through a checklist of things that I could do to try to knock it down. But if it progresses too far in the beginning, like, you're screwed. Like, and there's nothing they can do to help you, because they can't take your pancreas out. It's not like your gallbladder or your appendix or anything like that. Like, you have to have your pancreas. So yeah, man, I've got to do something to repair whatever is wrong with me, so I can eat what I want to eat again. I still eat spicy things, just they can't be too spicy is the problem. So I can have some heat, but not enough heat to get any type of endorphin rush or anything like that. So let's flip the camera around and wait for a few more people to get in here, and then I'll grab this huge box over here, which I think I'm going to have to like unbox it part of the way over here, and then bring the case and set it on the table. I think it'll fit. I think I've had a case of MCI sitting on that table before. It should fit. I think it should fit. So I'm anxious to see. Hopefully we can slide the bands off of it. I was looking at the pictures of the listing where I bought it. I have not taken it out of its original box. I intended to, like 4 or 5 days ago. Like I started to, and I was like, I got sidetracked, started doing something else, and I was like, had stuff going on every day, and I just didn't end up getting to do it. And here's an update. This little girl, she's purring up a storm right now. Hi, baby. Hi. Look, everybody wants to see you. Oh. Hi, honey. Hi. Oh, hi. Hi. So we had about 3 days with her. It started Saturday, but then I started addressing, or it started Friday, last Friday. Saturday, I noticed that she'd slept all day and she was like lethargic and she was like skinny. And then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I did three. I did 3 rounds of antibiotics with her, 3 days worth of antibiotics with her every single day. I had to force feed her. She would not eat. She would not drink, and she was extremely skinny. So I took little kitten cans or things, the little breakaway packs of food, and I mushed it up and added water to it to where I could get it into a syringe, and I fed it to her that way. I mean, it took me like 45 minutes to an hour every time I fed her, and she got like 3 days. It was, I think it was 3 days she didn't eat. It was probably 4 days. Maybe, yeah, it was probably 4 days. Because the one day I just noticed that she was kind of not really herself, and I think that's the day she stopped eating and stopped drinking water. She would not drink water. I had to make her drink water, and she's came out of it. The antibiotics, I think, helped her. I mean, that's the only thing I can explain why she got better. She was showing classic signs of feline leukemia, though, because I've dealt with it before. And I just, honestly, like Tuesday, Wednesday, I didn't have hope that she was going to come out of it. I mean, not much hope. You know, I'd done everything I could do, and she was eating the food that I put in the syringe and give to her, but she would not eat on her own, and she would not drink water on her own. But here she is, and she's putting weight back on. She's actually a little chubby right now, so like her belly is where she's been trying to catch up, I guess, where she lost all that weight. So she's a little bit chubby. Been feeding her a can of food a day, and then she has dry food as much as she wants of that. She ain't been eating much of that though. I've noticed. Oh, hey, there's a super chat. Hey, what's going on, Dan? Skip the digestive system and sniff that chili powder. You'll get a rush, all right. Uh, well, it'd still end up in my stomach, but I don't know how much. I probably wouldn't get much down in my stomach. I don't know if you could do that. I know you could, and there's probably people out there that have done something crazy like that. I would like to. Now you got me wanting to search it on YouTube and see if anybody's ever done it. But I can just, since I know what it's like and I know how hot it is and I know, like, I can put that scenario together in my head and just have an understanding of what that would feel like and what that would encompass. That ain't for me. I'm sorry. You can't pay me enough money to chop a big line of that stuff up and snort it. It ain't gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Wait, I take that back. If you guys raise $1 million, I'll do it, and I'll commit 100%. Raise $1 million and I'll down it. I got to put a number on it that would never happen. Actually, I'd do it for probably less than that, but I'd probably do it for. I'd probably do it for 150 grand. It'd have to be a lot, because I know I'd probably pay the consequences for that for probably a solid week of pain, because it wouldn't just go away for me. I know how unlucky I am when it comes to pain and stuff, and I would be one of those guys, like, I'd have some sort of weird allergic reaction or something like that would happen. My eyes would close shut and I wouldn't be able to see for a week. That'd be what would happen to me. Whoa, hey, hold on. Check this out. All right, kitten. Just got an offer from eBay. We're gonna accept it. Oh, cool. It's right here. I've got it pulled up. Let me click this light off. We're gonna buy this right here for the live streams. It's a case of 1983. Somebody please don't beat me to it. I'm gonna buy it right now. Maybe if I can figure out how to get to the. There it is. Hi. 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 It's not letting me click into it. Come on. Maybe. Yeah, it's not showing it in my offers. Son of a beast. Alright, let's try it on this device. It's not letting me click into it. This is annoying. Oh, cool. Here we go. Boom. Going to review that offer. Accept. There we go. Good deal. Man, I didn't check their feedback or anything. I always check feedback. I got overly excited. Oh. 100%, and they got 12,335 reviews. They did not know the storage conditions on them, though. That's, you know, that's a risk you take, though. So, we got it. That makes me happy. It's not my 1982 case, but it's close. I think it said January. Oh. No, September. September 30th of 83. Yay. All right. I've wasted enough time. There's plenty of people here. Let me get this box. I'm going to have to cut it open over here. Kitten. Ah. There. All right, here, stay over here. Look. Let me find something for you to play with. Up. You're knocking stuff over. Now stop. Stop. What do I have you can play with? Here, how about a spoon? You play with that? All right, let me get this case out of this box over here. It's in a great big, those chewy bars box. Okay. Kitten. Alright. They did a good job packaging this one, that's for sure. I'm glad they did too. Oh, they packed it in there upside down. Looks like they did. Alright, here we go. Watch out, kitty. Oh, I can hear the rust. Alright, kitten, come on, you gotta move. Alright, let's look at this thing and see if maybe we can slide these bands off. Oh, kitten, you're killing me, man. Here. Play in the box. That's a great place for you. Alright. So here it is. The bands themselves, alright. I might be able to slide them off of there, actually. Good freaking deal. By the way, Dan, thank you for that super chat. I talked about what you said in the super chat. I did not thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. You're too generous. You're too kind, and you know that. I don't know how to thank you. Oh, yeah. We're going to be able to, unless this thing's glued shut still, which, I mean, it's possible. Somebody's hair. This came from Colorado, and it's very possible that it spent the majority of its life there. And look, when you find cases of MCIs like this, typically you see leakage on either this side or the corners. Usually it's down in one of the corners. I've looked at hundreds, if not even into the thousands of these cases over the years, because I look at every single one that I can, every one that pops up. Of course, most of the time they were out of my reach. Price-wise, I wish I could go back in time, and if I knew that things were going to go the way they were going to go, I'd have bought every case I could buy back in the day. But nowadays, the ones that I've been seeing recently were pretty rough. There were a couple nice ones came up. And then there's some on eBay right now. They want $1,500 for one case, like $1,250 for another. So, and I thought this was kind of interesting. This Type 2 shelf life assembled, and it expires, inspection, test number, and then you got meal combat. Let me see if I can. Am I zoomed in? No, I'm not. You got your contract number up here and meal combat individual. 12 meals each. AA, whatever that stands for. Weight's 25 pounds. 0.8 cubic foot. That's an eighth or 8/10 of a cubic foot, I guess. And, all right. Need to flip it. But I just thought this Type 2 shelf life was interesting because I've never seen that. Sean found it on one case. He went through his inventory and found this wording on a case, but I don't think it was MCIs. I think he said it was MREs. I could be wrong about that. But I looked through all the pictures that I could find online, and I couldn't find any pictures of it. Just Sean luckily has a... he's getting a decent library of photos going, which is awesome. And we really got to get that museum kicked off. Like I'm going to have to dedicate some of my time and effort with him because he can't do it by himself. I mean, there's been people helping as far as the technical stuff goes, which is way out of my realm. So luckily we have people that can do that. All right, let's see. We can slide this sleeve off. On this pack, we got DSA 13H70C-S504, Southern Packaging and Storaging, Mullen, South Carolina. Yeah, going to be a lot of rust coming out. I can hear it. Hopefully there was just mainly evaporation going on inside this case. I can tell it's never been messed with. Like, I'm the first person that's ever done this. Sliding the sleeve off like this. This is still glued. And look how clean. This side's not glued, but this side is. We'll try the other side. I hate to rip it open right now. It deserves a decent review. It's heavy too. Like, if I was to guess on this case, I'm going to guess that it weighs probably between 22 and 23 pounds. Because that other case that I got of the 1962s, I weighed those, and it was like 21 and some change, like 21.5, I think is what I said. Let's see. Oh, look at there. Yeah, this is where we're going. This is where we're going. Now, hang on a second. Whenever they showed... Oh, here we go. Okay, so when they showed the pictures of this, this is how I was determining that it was a night, because there's no date printed on this box. If you guys didn't notice, there's nothing printed, and I'm going on this praying to God that these are 1971s, because if these are not 1971s, if they're 1972s, we might still be all right as far as I know. But I mean, I don't know. We're about to find out though. So this is a very clean example of a case. Okay, need to flip it around. Actually, this might, no. This is the first time, look, this has never been unfolded. I can just tell by the way it feels. Let me see if I can show you the crease here. See that? It's not wanting to lift up at all. It's wanting to go right back down into its position. That is not from just sitting, that is from not ever being unfolded. All right, I'm going to flip it around. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a little heavy. All right, immediately I'm already seeing leakage there, which is to be expected. But, oh yeah, look at that. Mainly want to just get one out and see what we're working with here. P38 that somehow is not ruined. Wow. How about that? Now this side over here is fully glued still, but I feel P38's right here. I think. Oh, the smell. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting smell coming off of this. Oh, let's try to get this one out of here. Okay. You can tell that it's okay. It went in. Let's see. Go in that way. All right, I got trying to remember how I'm gonna put it back. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. LC says, "Hey, bud, really glad to be here tonight. Hiked my local ski hill today with my mom and the kids. Make sure the box is right side up." Oh, this box, it definitely is. Printing is only on the top when it comes to the meals themselves. Bottom's got nothing on it. Look, little one, you got to leave me alone. You're killing me. She's wanting me to hold her. Thank you for the super chat, LC. And it sounds like, well, the weather. I'm sure there was no snow up there. But, so when I was out in Colorado, we were out there in off season when there was no snow. And people were hiking and mountain biking down these ski hills. It was crazy. Like, they were probably going 100 mile an hour. I don't know how fast they were going, but that's what it looked like. Really fast on bicycles down these hills. The closest ski area for me here is Snowshoe, which is about, I'm going to say, an hour and a half away, roughly. I think you could probably be there in about an hour. Maybe 2 hours away. Honey, seriously. All right, look. Let's just look. She is not leaving me alone. Being a weirdo. Look. Hi, Ronald. How you doing? It's good to have you here. All right, I'm ready for this moment of truth over here. You're going to have to get down and leave me alone for a few minutes. Put your ear in my mouth. Since when do you like to burrow into my beard? She does this to me sometimes, but not like this bad. I don't know what, I don't know what it is about me doing a live stream where she's like so clingy. She's not usually this bad. Will you get down? Yeah. Okay, look, you got to get down. You got to get down. All right, let me flip the camera around. Oh yeah, maybe that I'm talking more. That might be it. I mean, that's obviously a big difference that I'm constantly talking. All right, here we go. Let's find out. I got my fingers crossed. Yes! Yes! Yeah, look at that. Boom! It's going to be Marlboros or Winstons or something like that. Maybe the menthols or something, but still. That is awesome! This is a cheese spread one. B2 unit. Let's see what else is in here. A chocolate nut roll. Boom! 1970. Awesome. February 10th, 1970. Could this be a 1970 case? Or would they have used older? Oh, wow, look. That looks really good, actually. A little bit of leakage right there, but other than that, like, this can looks fantastic. Yeah, this case had to have spent most of its life in Colorado in a basement or something, because if not, this case would be a mess. I mean, that is fantastic. What a score. This is a really, really good looking, so far, this is looking good. They use cans up to 4 years old when packing. Up to 4 years old? I didn't know they went that far. I think the worst I've seen was 2 years. So here, it right there, January. Same exact thing that was on the box. January of 71. So that's probably what we're working with here. January of 71. So we got an almost year difference between that and the chocolate nut roll. So, but yeah, this is definitely toast. It's nice and bloated. It's like a balloon ready to pop. Spoon's looking good. A little bit of leakage there from the can, but it's definitely on my finger now. But that'll wash off to have a good spoon if anybody wants them. I have so many of these that I don't really treat them with the respect that they deserve. That, and they used the same ones in MREs for a few years until they went to those like non-pointy ones, which I probably got one of those right here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, nope, that's a pointy one. This is an older one. Oh, right, like this. Till they went to these things. I don't know why they did that. I'm sure this was like how they broke off of the little plastic thing that they... If you ever had a model, like build a model car, how they're attached to the plastic frame things, I'm sure that's how those were. And they broke off there like that. These ones, though, I don't know. They might have done the same thing and just broke off on the tip right there. Because sometimes they'll have that little extra bit right there. Oh, LC, thank you for that super chat earlier, by the way. I don't know if I said that. But this accessory packet looks amazing. It looks absolutely perfect. And I just opened one of these last week. I should have waited. I should have waited and opened one out of this case. I mean, this case actually should probably get a full review of opening it up and going through the whole process again. I know that wasn't upside down, but it fits better that way. Okay, I think it was like this. Or was it not? Yeah, no, it was like this. All right, we're going to leave that one over there. I'm going to try to pull this one. Oh, man. Ooh, this is probably going to be the worst spot in the box. It's got some mold going on here. These two boxes are fused together. Big time. And I do mean big time. I don't know if I can pull them both or not. Ugh. They don't want to fit out of that hole. Ugh. There we go. Ugh. Now if I can get these separated. Whoop. There it is. Look at that. Whew. That's not good. That stuff is friable. Definitely in the air. I have a feeling these are probably two of the worst ones. We're going to inspect inside the box. I'm taking you guys off the stand, and I'm going to stick the camera in there so I can just see. I can't turn the light on though. That's looking pretty good. There's a stain right there, it looks like. Looking pretty good there. Let's see what this side looks like. Little stain there. Looking pretty good. Let's take a look back here where I can't see. I ain't gonna be able to see what you guys see. You'll have to tell me what you see back there, because I can't see it myself right now. Is it looking good? Alright, flip you guys back around. I don't know what that back side looked like back there, but back side is looking good. A little bit of stains. Nothing like this though, right? I don't know why. I just have a feeling this is probably the worst of it. I don't know what gives me that feeling, really, but I just, for some reason, that's how I'm thinking. But that is bad. That's some of the worst mold I've ever seen on an MCI. Huh. As far as these go like that, I mean, I'm not worried about that. It's not black, it's green and white. So, see, that was this way, openings to the left, and on this side, the 3 on this side, openings to the right, the 3 on this side, openings to the left. Let's take a look what this one is. Spaghetti. This one was what? Beans with meatballs and tomato sauce. This right here was one of the favorite menus of the guys in this time era. One of the favorites. I'm definitely going to have to wash my hands before I do anything else. So, good looking accessory packet right there. Let's check the smokes in there. This looks like, it feels like it's got one of those super, wait, no. It's got a short pack. It's got a short pack of smokes in it right there, I think. Actually, no, never mind. They're right here. Right here. These are pretty normal. I wonder if that's Marlboros though. They don't feel like they're long enough to be Marlboros. Right there's how big they are. There's the corners. I'd like to get some Pall Malls, some of the 5 packs of Pall Malls. Not only do you get that extra cigarette, but they're also like fatter cigarettes. God, they're so good. What's this? Really? Look at this B unit. This thing is like not bloated at all. It looks perfect to be in such a disgusting box. And then look, here's the culprit. You see that? Awful leak right there. But I still don't understand what caused all that mold unless it's leaking out of the side of the can as well. Yeah, it's not going to come out of there. Not right now. Yeah, it's going to take some working. What else is in here? We got a pecan cake roll. Or pecan. Pecan. Also looks like 1970. Probably February. American Bread Company, Nashville, Tennessee. Perfect looking. And I have a feeling that this might be one of my best chances to try something like that. I had this suspicion that these were stored really well in Colorado for, like I said, for the majority of their life. So, and that B unit right there surprises me versus that one that we just had that was twice the thickness of this. Almost, I mean, it was like puffed out to here on the top and the bottom. So you add another third of the can in size because of the bloating. This one is perfect, which means that cheese spread in there might be tasteable. Probably not fully edible, but maybe could taste it. I have tried cheese spread out of one of these once that was not a complete and total disaster. And yeah, these accessory packets are looking good. I tell you what, I'm happy with this particular purchase. Right, that goes like that. Let's see what this one is. Oh, this one's real lightweight. A lot of the stuff must have come out of this one and contaminated this one. Beans with Frankfurter chunks and tomato sauce. Another one of the favorite menus right here. Actually, these three right here were, if I'm not mistaken, most guys liked these three menus. You got the spaghetti, you had the beans and Frankfurters, and then over here you got the beans with meatballs. We'll take a look inside this one. May as well. What did I do? Did I screw that up? I don't think. I don't know what I done. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah. Is that right? It is. Okay. Ooh. Nope. It's not wanting to come open. Oh, it's stuck. It's something inside. Yeah. Oh boy. I don't know if you guys can see the mold flying around in the air or not. If I get you up here, you might be able to see it. But a big old cloud of it just came out of here. There's something real sticky going on in here. So that's definitely gotten onto that accessory packet. Hopefully it hasn't ruined it. And I'm not going to decontaminate it right now. This has got a pack of those 100s in it. These are either the Benson and Hedges, or it'll be that white pack of 100s. Double check. Yeah, that's definitely what that is right there. These things are long and skinny, so that's one of those crappy packs. And we got a B2 unit in here that is like, doesn't feel right. I don't know. Can you see that? Did you see that right there? The dust, well, the mold. Cool. So I was reading up on this. I don't know that this is true, but those guys that were talking about their experiences with cases of this time period around the 1968 to 72 era, they were saying that there was only 1 pound cake per case. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, then this is the menu that had the pound cake. No, honey. Look, my hands are dirty, and I don't want you up here right now. I don't want you around all this stuff, especially this mold. Morton House Kitchens Incorporated out of Nebraska City, Nebraska. In the CBs from 78 to 96, I think. So, you probably didn't see too many rations, did you? I'm guessing. Maybe you did. Oh yeah, that's never coming out of there. That one's in there like concrete. Yeah. And like I said, hopefully it didn't ruin this accessory packet. But honestly, like this is best case scenario in my opinion because of the cigarettes that seem to be in here. Like I said, they're one or the other. This is either going to be the Benson and Hedges, or it's going to be that white unlabeled. I can't remember what brand that is. The white unlabeled pack. Oh yeah, today it's a little different. So my my nephew, my sister's son, was racing in the county fair yesterday, so I wanted to go watch him. Golly. I find myself wanting to pull every single one of these out of here. And you know what? We're going to pull at least one more out because I want to see if things get better. This isn't that great. This is pretty daggone good, although the B2 unit in this one was bloated. So let's... Okay, these two go to this side. I can set those right there. Oh yeah, look at that. A little bit of a stain right there, but I mean, shoot. This thing's looking awesome. Beef slices and potatoes with gravy. We got our accessory packet. These are not super long. It's going to be probably Marlboros or Winston's. And we got a bloated B2 unit in this one. Again, that B2 unit in the one that looks the worst, like, isn't that bad. I didn't get to look back down. Oh, looky here. So they were wrong. There's another pound cake in this. Huh. But yeah, I didn't get to look down and see your response there, Ronald. You probably answered my question, but I was distracted. This is pretty much still full. These are going to be some fun mains to open. This one's a little wonky from the seepage, and most of this is evaporated, I'd say, that has came out of it, because this box looks awesome. I mean, it really does. I'm excited. This like I said, this is best case scenario. Yeah, I didn't think there was any more. So flip that over. Went like this. All right, now we got to try to put them down in there one at a time. Go. That one. Go this direction one more. Oh. Well, poop. This one's heavy. Beefsteak, B3A unit. Lots of them B2 units. This was cocoa beverage powder one. Let's see what the smokes are. It's one of the 100. That's either going to be the menthols or the Benson Hedges or something. Peach jam has maybe leaked, maybe not. It doesn't feel like it has. It feels full, but the contents could be right here in a blob. Because that's a lot of leakage right there for this. I mean, it still feels like it's full, but it is bloated a little bit too. Well, it kind of looks like it is. I don't know. Doesn't necessarily sound like the seal's broken. I don't know. This is an interesting one though. So this is going to have another separator right here that I don't think I can get out. But that jam is going to have ruined that cocoa beverage powder. Crackers and candy. Under here we got the beef steak with juices that's looking actually looking good. It's got a little dent in it, but it's covered with mold. I'm sure I'm breathing a lot of this in. It's not good. But that looks really good. The can does. This is one I might try one of these days. If this might be the one. If it wasn't for that dent, which I don't think that's hurt it. It's still sealed for sure. And the can feels perfect. No bloating whatsoever. Huh. Yeah, I can't get this other part over here out. Like to know. Well, there we go. Fruit cocktail. And there's our cocoa beverage powder. It's definitely ruined. Yeah. That sucks. It's leaking actually. Cocoa beverage powder is. Yep, the fruit cocktail ruined that one. Which isn't really that much of a surprise. Alright. Separator. I think it was like this. There we go. And B3 unit. B3A. And that jam that may or may not be sealed. I'm not sure. I'd say that fruit cocktail probably got to it. But look at there. You see that? You see what that is? That's our nemesis. That is one of our biggest enemies right there when it comes to vintage food. That is a weevil. Weevils wobble, but they don't fall down. Oh, look at them all. They're all dead. That's just carcasses, hollow carcasses. That's a really good view and good example of what they look like. Yeah, there you go. Here's another one right here that's a good one. Yeah, there. But that one one of those weevils just fell off. Not worried about the weevils. They're not bad. Okay, that's weird. It's not wanting to. I know that was sitting on that like that. Had to be. Okay. Alright, I'm done pulling them out. Alright, let's see. Flip this over. And the opening goes this way. Yeah, like that. There we go. This one. In there. And this one. Right here. I'm going to drop that. No, I'm not. I'm going to put it right here. Alright. That was awesome. That was awesome. Thought that looked more like a carpet beetle shell. Oh, there it is. It surely looks like a weevil to me. They are a little big, so you might be right. They're pretty large when it comes to what I've seen before. Usually the ones I've seen before have been about half that size. They look like shrimp, kind of. They got little tails on them. Let's see if I can zoom in here. See that little tail on it there, on this end? Oh, my hands are disgusting from this box. I could probably put it on a black here. Let's do this. Put it on a black background and get a better look at it. Yeah, there you go. Now you can really see it. Look like the shell left behind from a carpet beetle when it goes from larva to beetle, and they definitely eat rations. Now that might be what this is then. So far though, I mean, what I've looked over there wasn't any holes in it, so got his little tail. But yeah, hopefully that's the case. Hopefully there's nothing. It looks like a small invasion, probably a long time ago, because judging by how dried out and decayed they are, I just what I've looked at so far, I'm pretty happy with this case for the price that I got it for. The thing really was, like, you didn't know 100% whether or not this was actually going to be a 1971 case. The box could have been made in 1971, and then you could have had this could have been a 1973 or 74 case. You know, I didn't know. The only thing I was going off of, literally, was that date right there. You know, it's the same thing on the sleeve, the same printed. It's on the sleeve, but I saw it on the sleeve, and the band actually covered the one, and I was like, huh. I'm going to ask and see if that says, you know, make sure it says 71. And they answered me back, and they said, yes, that is a 1 after the 7. I was like, okay, well, I'm guessing it's probably a 71 or 72 case then. I mean, I've never really seen the boxes be any older than that versus the production date. Usually the boxes line up really close to what the production date is of the case. And judging from what I've seen inside of this, that is the case. That's what we have here. So, yeah, that's standard stuff. I don't remember that being on the sleeve. Maybe it is. Yeah, it is. It's the exact same print. Complies with PPPB 636E V2S 1971. Yep, it's the exact same thing. Good deal. What is it? They don't look good. Chat's always way behind. Let me put it on live chat too, by the way. Jeff Fox. The case for the case. Yeah, the case for the case. Sleeve. Basically, case for the case. All right. I've got to go wash my hands. I'm going to sleeve this back up, I think, and put the bands on it. How did the sleeve come off? I do not remember. It doesn't really matter, but it kind of does. It's definitely going to go back on easier if I put it on the same way it came off. The same way it spent its whole life on here. And I'll tell you what, my nose is pretty stopped up right now for some reason. Usually happens when I do live streams for some reason. I don't know what the deal with that is, but I can still smell this, and it smells like a whole bunch of rotten canned food. It's sour. It's got kind of a dirty smell to it. Usually, I like to smell cardboard when I'm messing with stuff like this. That's not what I'm smelling. Yeah, I don't know if that's right or not. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look like that sleeve's fitting right. Yeah, it's not even really musty. It's like it's a foul, rotten food smell. As soon as I cracked as soon as I lifted that flap, the smell really started emanating out of the box. So I think I'm gonna have to flip the sleeve over. I'm pretty sure, because it just doesn't look like it's lining up right. Yeah, I'm gonna flip it and see if it looks better the other way, or if it fits better. That's what I mean, not looks. I don't care what it looks like. I want it to be the way it was. I'm sure I could go back and check the film, but I'm going to be sliding the daggone bands back on it too, so flip it over. Okay. There, that looks more like it, I think. Looks more like it lines up with kind of the way the contours are. The box. Check. Yeah, that'll work. All right. Oh, let me tip it up this way. Now, I don't know what band come off of what side. I'm not going to be able to get that technical with it. But, well, I mean, I might have to, just to get them back on. Ow. There we go. It's just getting it started, really, is usually the hard part. Yeah, I'd like to do a quick, full unboxing video of this. So, interestingly enough, I ran into this guy at the fair the other day. He had a photo booth set up. And I was walking by, and I overheard him talking. I didn't know what he was actually doing. I didn't know that it was a photo booth. It was just like this blow-up thing. But I overheard him talking to a couple ladies. And as I was walking by, just, you know, like I said, I overheard him say, yeah, I'm local, and I do stuff like this, like weddings, and he was talking, and I was like, huh, I wonder if this kid, he's a kid to me. He's 30. He's 10 years younger than me. So I went down to the end, and I turned around. I was coming back. It was inside a building. And I said, hey, man, I said, do you do editing and stuff like that? What do you do? He's like, oh, yeah, that's my passion, actually. That's what I want to do. He said, I quit my job and everything to do this. And I was like, oh, okay. And come to find out, he lives right next door to where I grew up, like literally neighbors to the house that I grew up in. And he's from Columbus. So I've got his card in my wallet, and I'm going to set up a meeting with him. And I think that's going to be how we get content rolling again. And I told him, I was like, there's going to be some stuff that I'm going to want to do where it's going to require us to travel. And he was cool with that. I was like, it won't be no more than a couple days, 2-3 days probably at the most. All right, I got to go get something. Man, it stinks over here. I walked away and it's come back. It stinks. There's no air moving right here. The fan just does not hit over here. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to wash my hands and get a little broom. water's heating up. Come in here. Sweep up this mess. Oh yeah, definitely reeks over here. There's our little buddies. That's a big one right there. Holy cow. All just carcasses though, which is definitely a good thing. It's not like when I opened up that Canadian IMP and they were crawling around all over the place. Actually freaked me out when it happened. I'll have to go back and look at that again, because I don't know how much I reacted to it, but I know I reacted to it. All right, good enough. Okay, now if this ain't no good, I'll pull something else from my hat. Man, I cannot believe how much it stinks over here. This is ridiculous. Boy, it's got a real distinct odor. And it doesn't smell like mildew or anything either. It smells like, I've encountered this before with rotten meat and food, canned food like this, but it's like a poopy smell. Like it's not good. And this is also not going to sound good, but this is my experience. So when old food has this smell that this has, it is early in the decaying process. Once it gets past a certain point, the smell completely changes to something that really, to me, is not really offensive as far as the smell goes. It's more of a dry smell. This is more of what I'd call a wet smell, and it's definitely not a good smell. I mean, it's certainly potent and offensive, and it's got a human element to it. Something I don't like. Now, chicken fajita from 2005 is what we got sitting here in front of us. And I'm curious. I don't even know what chicken fajita. I don't know. I can't remember ever having eaten a chicken fajita meal. I've had Southwest. I've had a lot of the chicken dishes, the MRE chicken dishes. I just don't recall ever having this one. My hands came pretty clean. Yeah, clean enough. All right, let's see what's in here. We got yellow and wild rice pilaf. Got our spoon. Flameless ration heater. We got our chicken fajita filling with white meat. Or just white meat, not with. Just white meat. Look at that ingredients list. Good God. Okay, so actually it's just cooked chicken, meat strips. Okay, skip the parentheses. Where do they end? And then water, red bell peppers. Skip the parentheses. Green bell peppers. Concentrated chicken broth. Seasoning. Where's the parentheses end at? Oh, maybe they start with dehydrated onion. Modified cornstarch. Never mind. Dehydrated cilantro. Soybean oil. Paprika. Torula yeast. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. Torula yeast. Lots of chemicals. Modified food starch. Lime juice concentrate. Contains milk and soy. What do we got going on here? 890 milligrams. What? Okay, so back then, 890 milligrams was 87% of your... Oh, is that 6? Is that 6 or an 8? Looks like an 8. 87%? What's this say? Then maybe we can get a better idea from here. Sodium, 460. Okay, so that has to be a 6, right? 460 milligrams is 20%, basically. And this is 890. Huh. Ain't that weird? At 87. Huh. That's a lot. But it seems like the requirements or the standards changed. That's from back then to now. Back then you were allowed a lot less sodium, according to this, versus now. Okay, I have no idea what these are doing in there, but hotel coffee. We got a cheese spread. That's probably supposed to be in there. Nut and raisin mix. Another cheese spread. This is not supposed to be in here because, wait, yeah, no, yeah, maybe. Yeah, that starts with a 5. 5297. Huh. This one looks a lot better, though. It's got an 8234. So this is either a 2018 or a 2008. Probably, yeah, it's a 2018. Look, it's 1 ounce. This should be 1.5 ounces, right? Yeah. That feels good, actually. It's just delaminated, but wow, it feels perfect. It feels good. We're going to check that out. What else we got in here? We got, ooh, cappuccino French vanilla. Nice. That's a nice little treat. San Francisco treat. Oh, cool. Tortillas. Tortillas. Are these 05s? They are. 320. 320th day. Anything else? Hot beverage bag. Accessory pack. More flameless ration heaters. MRE Nation accessory kit. Feels like something weird in there. No, it's just a standard kit. Alright, so that must have been like extra stuff. I don't understand why I had this and had it open like this. I don't even know if that's the whole meal. I feel like we're missing a snack or something, maybe. Or a side, maybe. No, I mean, that's not really... I don't know if that'd be considered a side. Let's see what's in here. Looks like this is one of those special type of accessory packets with apple cider mix in it. Which, got some of that right here. Spiced apple cider. I think Kaylin might have actually sent this to me in a box she sent me before. That's where that one come from. Which I do believe that they put this Alpine brand in, like, new. It was in newer MREs. When I say newer, that could have been 2008 and up. I don't know. You know, somewhere at some point, I think these were used in MREs. Look at that gum. Can you guys tell how yellow that is? It's yellow. There's nothing in here I need to open this for, I don't think. Well, there's seasoning right there. Or is that the... No, never mind, that's the cider. Yeah, there ain't nothing in there I need right now. Alright, let's get this going. I need some crackers or something to try that cheese. Crackers. Oh, you know what? Let's see if I got them old crackers sitting here. Let me de-lamb on this. A little bit right there. And right here. See it? Bubbled up right there on the edge. I can feel it and hear it. Big old chunks of meat up in there, though, I'll tell you that. Feeling pretty good. 318th day on this. It's 320 on something else. Probably the main. I don't know. Very difficult to open with that glue. Look at that glue. I mean, it's impossible. Open it from the back side. So the rice, no delamination going on here. All right, it is 71, 72. All right, I'll be right back. 3 minutes, that's all I'm giving. I need crackers too. Something. Crackers would be best. Crackers. Alright, got a pack of crackers. I don't know how old they are, but they're crackers. Got a trash bag. Got a tray. Let's do this. Alright. Probably should have heated these up. You know, with the delamination going on and how old they are. Yeah. I'm gonna just give them like 1 minute. Not even. Heat them up. Should help them out. Alright. There we go. Usually see walnuts in there. That's kind of cool. Good amount of almonds too. Oh wow, that stuff is dark. Them nuts is dark. Okay, I'm going to go get the main out. Nice. These are probably 2012s, I'd say. If I was about to bet on it, I'd probably bet that they're 2012s. Alright, be right back. I'm going to grab the main and the tortillas and the rice. And it's hard to believe. This stuff's almost 20 years old. I mean, what is it, 17, 18 years old? 2005? How old is that? 5 to now. 17? 17 years old. Where am I going to put this stuff at? Go. Found a spot to set it where it wouldn't get all nasty. Cheese spread, the nasty one. Well, I'm going to assume it's probably going to be nasty. The delamination is real bad on this. Jeez, I'm going to use my knife so it doesn't make one of those weird, like stretchy tears. It's what usually happens when they're delaminated like this. Still using the knife that Bourbon Street Joe sent along. Man, that mold is it's messing with my respiratory system. I noticed when I went in there to wash my hands, like my nose was running, and you know, your typical reaction when your nose is about to drip, and I went like that, and it went down the back of my throat. Oh, it's definitely got a unique flavor to it, I guess you could call it. Not wanting to rip, so we're going to cut this one also. Alright. Now, is that a seasoning packet? It is. It does have a seasoning packet in it. So maybe I will open that. We'll see. We will see. Now, French vanilla cappuccino. How much water? 6 ounces. It's going to get 8. And there's Bob. Bourbon Street also sent the Bob Ross replacement. That looks perfect. Oh man, that smells so good. It smells like vanilla, a little bit of caramel, a little bit of coffee. That creamy scent to it. Alright, let's give it some hot water. Agua. I'd say that was probably 8 ounces. I overdo it a little bit, usually whenever it's something like this. Well, it's got a really unique look to it, doesn't it? Looks like some sort of artisan coffee or something. Kind of wanting that clump to dissolve, but it's not wanting to without me stirring it. Alright, I'm just going to let it sit. Heck with it. It can sit. Is this the spoon? I don't know. I took that out of the cup, or what I done there. Alright. Tortillas. I will open last, because they are hot. Okay. We got 2 bowls here. This is going to house the rice. And this is yellow, right? Yellow and wild pilaf, or yellow and wild rice with pilaf. Yep. Kind of got, I don't know what that smell is. It's definitely got a yellow, like it yellowed the bag, like a chicken broth look. It kind of does have a little bit of chicken broth scent to it too. Yeah, might be the seasoning that's tricking me, like oregano and stuff. Because it kind of reminds me of ramen as far as the scent goes. Okay. Let's moment of truth. Let's see what the chicken fajita feeling looks like. I guess I could zoom out, huh? Duh. I always want to open these upside down. Now, the delamination has gotten extremely bad on this now. Basically, the entire package is delaminated. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Ooh, and some dark chunks of meat. I thought it said white meat. That is not white meat anymore. That is dark. Dark. Alright. We're going to start with that. It's got a little bit of a wiggle to it. Jig wiggle. That looks like steak. I thought this was chicken. Isn't this supposed to be chicken? It does not look like chicken. Hold up. Wait, this is chicken fajita. This is supposed to be chicken. Like, that does not look like chicken. I'm a little bit scared of this one. It's surely not supposed to look like that. Right? Oh, I just about shoved it up my nose. It's all over me now. Cool. I can feel that mold in my nose, dude. It's weird. Okay, I'm just going to take a little bite of the chicken first. Or whatever this actually is. And a little bit of that broth. I'm not going to be super brave on the start of this. Alright, here we go. Down the hatch. I like the flavor. The chicken's definitely weird. A little bit dry, overly so, because I don't mind dry, but that's drier than I even am okay with. And man, I can't decide whether that's going to have a reaction or not. It kind of feels like it might. You know, I'm going to have to give that one a second to kind of... now, the flavor, it's kind of got this, like, peppered, almost like a peppered steak flavor to it. I mean, the black pepper is one of the main flavors I feel that's coming through here. I'm going to go for a bigger bite and see. It almost kind of has like an A1 steak sauce flavor as well, like Worcestershire going on in there, maybe mixed in a little bit. Such an odd... It's not what I think of when I think of chicken fajita. This is not the flavor. Definitely pick up on onion and garlic. Okay, so I might be having some sort of reaction right now of numbness and... Ooh. Boy, that's weird. Yeah, I don't think that's edible. I mean, it's borderline. I'm definitely having an adverse reaction to the roof of my mouth and the side of my tongue. Try a different piece here. That was a big bite. Something that might not be good. Yeah, that's definitely making my mouth numb. And it is not good any longer. I feel like I could probably get away with eating a little bit of that. Dog in the background wants some. I don't know. She took off on me. I would actually offer her a little bit to see if she'd eat this. But it's definitely having an adverse reaction on my tongue. I think I can get away with eating a couple bites of it, so I'm going to go ahead and make out a tortilla, obviously. Let's take a look at the tortillas. Not a huge fan of the wild rice, the yellow and wild rice pilaf. Okay, these tortillas are very dark. They look like the Chipotle tortillas, almost. I mean, seriously, it's very, very, very dark. Almost an orange. They're oxidized, I would say. They got a little bit of a off smell to them. Nothing major. Well, they're not going to want to come apart. Yeah, they did. This one's broken already, so I'm going to put it right there. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to try that. Weird layers of tortilla coming off. I'll just try a little bite of that. Yep. That has went bad as well. Oh, that tastes sour, weird. It's got this really bitter, almost pucker your mouth bitter. Wow, that is extremely rancid. Holy cow. That's 10 times worse than the chicken. I can't eat that. No way. I only took a little bite of that. That's what it looks like when it unfolded, so not even half of it. I just, oh, I mean, the whole side of my mouth now is just completely numb. That is the worst tortilla I've ever had, by far. I mean, not even in comparison. I can't even compare it to another tortilla. That thing's bad. Yeah, I mean, you could eat it, but you will definitely regret it. It won't kill you, but you'll have one heck of a stomach ache. Because if it's doing that in my mouth, I can just imagine what it would do to my stomach and my bowels. It wouldn't be good. And it happened quickly, too. Like, it wasn't a delayed reaction. It happened, like, right now. So, let's, yeah, play the tortilla challenge. I wish I had somebody to do that with me right now. These wouldn't make it, though. They're just not. They don't have the strength. See, I need some fresh ones. Well, what's next? It seems like everything's going to be a little off. Yeah, I guess I can try this. I guess. Just doesn't. It's not even visually appealing to me whatsoever. Get a bite of it. Give it a try here. Actually, that's the best thing I've had so far. It definitely does have sort of a chicken broth going on there. Get that, a little bit of this juice here. Some rice. Give that a try. Awesome. You know, that probably wasn't too bad whenever it was fresh. Now I want to find a fresh chicken fajita. I don't know when they stopped making this menu. I do like the flavors. It's got like this sweet and tangy. It's, I don't know. It's like I said, there's a reminiscent of some A1 sauce, but not that bold, and it's a little smoother in its how it attacks your palate, I guess. I do like the flavor. The black pepper's nice in there. The gravy is not bad here, and I wish that chicken was not so bad. It's definitely got a tanginess to it, but I really would like to try a fresh one. Yeah, let's do this. I don't have a tortilla to try it on. Well, that bite of chicken was really bad. And the side of my mouth is still numb from the tortilla. So, that didn't shred the way I wanted it to. That's too hard. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah. Some of this on a cracker. Here we go. Yeah. Put too much of the fajita on there. The bigger the bite, the worse the numbness is. Because it fills my cheeks up. The cracker's not bad. It adds something to it, for sure, other than texture. The flavor is not bad. It's not a bad addition. Kind of reminds me of like almost like a chip dip kind of deal. It's got that almost like a kind of gets a corn flavor to it with all the flavors mixed together. Huh. Kind of weird, but that's how it tastes. So let's take a look at the old cheese. Yeah, a little dark versus the new cheese, newer cheese. Gee, wonder which one's newer. This is 2012, I think I said, didn't I? Or did I even say? I don't know, because it was in this. Oh, it's an 8. So it's 2018, probably. Or I guess it could be 2008. Oh, hey, Mulder. Hey, Smokey, enjoying the this special Sunday edition of the live stream. Well, thank you, Mulder. I appreciate you being here. And thank you for the super chat. You guys, I appreciate the money you guys donate in the live streams. You know you don't have to do that. I need to look down at the chat more often. I realize that I need to do that. That's why I try to take some time at the end just to kind of go through the chat and talk. All right. I'm not going to eat both these at the same time. I'm going to try to separate them here. There we go. Cool. Try the old first. It's not bad. Very sharp. It's got a very strong, I mean, it's just permeating through my nose. I don't feel any adverse reaction to that yet. But it's strong enough that it would be offensive to a lot of people, I feel like. I feel like the flavor is just enhanced, I would say, times 3 or 4 from what it usually is. But we'll be able to find out real quick with this one. Oh, it has to be an 18 because it's 1 ounce. That's right. 18. Oh, yeah. Much more mild, creamy, cheesy, obviously. Salty, very salty. I pretty much cut salt out of my diet other than like what's already added. I don't add salt or anything like that, and I kind of go one after dishes that are lower in salt now. After I was having those blood pressure issues that kind of went away after I got COVID the second time, though. But it's a good habit. But now I notice the salt in things a lot more. Like in this cheese spread, I wouldn't have noticed that really before. Now I pick up on the salt that's in here a lot. I mean, I like salt. It's just not good for me. Unless I'm sweating like a animal, like I was yesterday. And it's good to replenish your salt. A little rice and cheese. You know? It's not horrible with the cheese. I'm not a big cheese spread guy unless it's the jalapeno cheese. And then I can get with some of that. But the regular cheese spread, I don't like Cheese Whiz either. Which is pretty much what it is. What it tastes like. 430 milligrams of sodium in here. Yeah, that's a lot. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Great. We just got raided by the, I don't know, Russian or Chinese bot squad. Got that spoon dirty. I think this was a brand new spoon. Give this a stir, because it obviously wasn't going to dissolve on its own like I wanted it to. Now, did the French vanilla cappuccino hold up to what this had to have some heat stress, or it would have been okay. A 2005 should have really been okay if it was stored even halfway decent. Like, I mean, even a few years at 80 degrees or something wouldn't have hurt it really too much. But this had to see some like summertime heat in a shed or something for it to be in the condition that it's in. So it tastes a little bit old. Like, it has a little bit of that vintage, like, old cardboardy type flavor to it. It's extremely hot. But it's nice and sweet. It's got that classic French vanilla flavor to it. It's actually really good. Yeah, I'm not going to complain about that at all. A little bit of an odd flavor. But now the nuts. These, I can pretty much guarantee you, are not going to be any good. Try that piece of walnut first. Looks a little weird. What's going on with that right there? Let's smell it. I don't smell anything on that. Ooh. Oh. Whoa. That's sour and rotten. Ugh, bitter. Tastes like trash. It tastes like literal trash. Like a dumpster. Like, you know, like all dumpsters have that. It's not unique. Like, most dumpsters smell the same. That's how that tastes. It tastes like dumpster juice. It tastes like a dumpster smells. Ugh. So bad. Try the peanuts. No numbness yet. But the flavor is wrong. It's not right. So there's a sweetness, and then there's like this. What is that flavor? Has to be like, I think I'm contaminated from the walnut. I'm not eating any more of that. Try an almond. Kind of soft. Like, it almost seems raw. Like there's been moisture get to it or something. Maybe from the raisins. I don't know. The flavor of the almond's not good either. Pretty dull. But also a little bit of that trash flavor. A little bit of that going on. Raisins. Let's see if they're any good. I wouldn't call them good. They are edible. By far, the best thing in this mix that I've tried. That's a hazelnut. I don't really want to eat it. It's got some weird discoloration going on this one side that looks to me like rot. Yeah. That is probably what that is. I'm not eating that. I ate all the other ones, and the walnut, I'm pretty sure. See, this one's got it going on. It's like rotten. And there's another piece. It's all like that. It's like rotten. Oh, and it's got a smell to it. The walnut's by far the worst. By far. This is by far the best thing out of this meal. The cheese spread was good. The stuff that wasn't actually in here, the cheese spread and the crackers, was pretty good. Everything else, it definitely has passed its prime, for sure. Well, this is good, though. A little bit of that old taste, but nothing that, you know, that you wouldn't drink it for. Yeah, I don't like it whenever I have a bunch of food on my plate like this that I can't eat, but nobody could eat this. If I'm not eating it, nobody'd eat it. So I will attempt to give it to the animals outside. I mean, there's like 4 skunks now and multiple possums, 4 or 5 of them probably. At least 3, I know. And then the raccoons, if they decide to stop by. They ain't been stopping by as much. Yeah, the next thing I want to work on getting set up. Oh, Steve wouldn't eat this. Yeah, it's just not food anymore. That unless this was like a chicken fajita from 1956. And it was the only one ever eaten, then he'd eat it. But a 2005 MRE wouldn't eat this. Now, it's just not food anymore. I mean, that's the sad thing about it. If you don't eat these things before they go bad, or if you store them wrong and it's too hot where you store them, then you turn what was once good food, your good food, into no longer food, no longer edible. Even people like me can't eat it. I might be able to handle eating like maybe half of the chicken fajita mix, the rice. Couldn't eat the tortillas. That would be an instant stomach ache. I couldn't eat the nuts. That would also be like a painful, if not hospital causing. If you ate all those nuts right there, with those hazelnuts being, or not hazelnuts, but the walnuts being as rotten as they are, you'd probably end up going to the hospital. I might be able to get by with eating them, but I would probably have a horrible stomach ache for the night. So, actually, you know what? Vintage. I haven't smoked one of these in a while. One from Miss Maryland. I thought I saw Miss Maryland in here. Did I not say hello to Miss Maryland? Miss Maryland, hello. And the holidays ain't gonna be that far away. I think you guys should start thinking about it now. Save up a little bit of extra dough and support Miss Maryland. AnnandAllen.com. And get some gooey butter cakes for the holidays that won't be that far off. I mean, what are we, 4 months away, something like that? What month is this? August? Yeah, three months? I don't know, something not that far off. AnnandAllen.com. At this time when she sent me this, they had 73 flavors. I'll bet she has more now. I don't know. Or different, maybe. Some different. I highly recommend it, though. Highly recommend it. I have bought those little individual, like, I don't know, they're like that big. They're like a little tiny square cut piece of gooey butter cakes at the gas station. They're not as good as Miss Maryland's. They're not bad. I like the classic. I like the butter flavor. Just kind of, I don't know. This is, when I think of gooey butter cake, that's what I think of. But I'll try anything, and if it's something like within the realm of something that I would like, then I would probably enjoy it. I noticed like she had cookies and cream, amaretto, apple cinnamon, banana chocolate chip, berry explosion, blackberry, blueberry, butter pecan, butterscotch. Butter pecan I would probably like a lot. That's the kind of ice cream I like, butter pecan. Candied almond would probably be good. Caramel apple. I like caramel apples, but I don't like caramel apple flavored things. Does that make sense? Ham steak with pineapple sauce. I want to see that. I don't think I've got anything planned next week. We'll do it next week. Here's the thing. Don't get your hopes up too high because it might be full of bugs. It could be. It's from the same guy, same era as the one that I opened that was full of live bugs. So, we don't know. It could be. Hey, howdy. Zoma. Archibald. How you doing? I probably look goofy without a hat on, don't I? How's that? Or I can go this route. There. Better. All right. 89-ish. 1989, I believe, on the camel here. So, what, 33 years old? Yeah. I'd have been 6. Seven. I'd have been 7 years old when the cigarette was made. Last week, opened that pack of Camels that were a little bit wonky. They were from 1965 back, I believe, or 64 back. Because like I said, you just saw me open that case, and I can tell you just from feeling the packs that it was the 100. It'll be the Benson Hedges or the white packs. I can't remember the brand on those. I've got a pack of them over there in my thing somewhere. I just... dang it. Anyways, it'll either be those for the long ones, or the other ones, it'll be Marlboros or Winstons. Almost 90% of the time. There are other straggler packs that got stuffed in there, but that case, that's going to be... there might be 2 oddball packs in there if I was... then again, I could get lucky. There could be Salem's in there. There could be Cools in there. It could get pretty cool. So, where'd my chat go? There it is. Better keep the hat on. Yeah, I know I'm starting to go bald because of COVID, which I might try to fix that. It's not that I'm uncomfortable with being bald because I almost always have a hat on anyway. I don't like the fact that I lost my hair because of COVID. If I lost my hair naturally, it'd be different. But I lost my hair because of COVID, and it ticks me off. So one of these days, I might get that fixed. If that's, I don't even know. Like Steve Carell had an awesome job done on his head. I don't know who done it and what they done, but they done a good job. Oh, come on. Report. I'm not even going to say what I'm reporting for. It's ridiculous. There has to be somebody on the other end of these bots, right, that spam. I don't know how that works. Hide user on this channel. You are no longer allowed on my channel. You piece of garbage. Hide user on this channel. You're no longer allowed on my channel. You piece of garbage. Stop it. You disgust me. You're not going to get anything by doing that here. Like, it literally benefits you 0. Nobody here is going to be cool with you doing that. I can promise you. Promise you. Yeah, snipe from the bots. Beat it, bots. That's a good one. I don't know, like, are they trying to trap people into, like, I don't understand what happens. I don't know how they ended up. Oh, I've already blocked that one. Hold up. Why does it say unhidden? Oh, I must already had them hidden on my channel. Now I can't even. Ooh. Yeah, this is not. I'm not okay with this. The K in my name sounds out like a G. Oh, like grot? Grot. No. Got. Got? Boat. Groat? Groat? Croat? Groat? Groat? I mean, I know what a groat is. It's obviously not spelled with a K. Tuna rolls it and pronounces it groat. 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 The Telegram bots off fake giveaway prizes notifications, instructing viewers to send a message with personal. So they're trying to capture people's personal info, and like obviously they're scamming. Like that's all they do. And that, or they bolster stats on, like I've seen them do this to other people's channels that were controversial, and there has to be a bigger element like targeting with that, like the George Soros crowd. Like I'm sure this is something that they're definitely involved in, but they end up punishing the user because of getting spam bots and stuff like that. It's, how is it their fault? It's not. It would never. It's not my fault. You know, I don't even know how the crap works. So how can I have anything to do with that? But you got to love YouTube nowadays, Mrs. Susan Wojcicki and her PC culture that she brought along with her when she hired in. Susan, if she was to ever hear this, I would have one thing to say to her. Stop it. Take YouTube back to how it used to be. End of statement. Hard stop. Just put it back to how it used to be. Prior to 2016. 2016 is whenever the first apocalypse happened, and that was the start of the downfall. But Susan, after Susan came in, that's when you started seeing, like, they started banning channels that they didn't agree with. They started targeting people they didn't agree with. They started shadow banning like crazy. They started wiping off everything that they considered misinformation. Look, they don't get to make that decision. We, as individuals, decide whether it's... I think that should be up to every single person, whether it's true or not. You know, if you can do enough research to back it up, then that's on you. 12-13. Yeah, from probably 2013-ish to 2016, that stretch right there, 4 years, that's when YouTube was really making its strides. Really making its strides. That's when people like PewDiePie and Filthy Frank and iDubbbz and all these people blew up because... And you go back and look at their content. Their content was... YouTube has changed so much because people used to be offensive on purpose to get attention. Like, that was their whole thing. Which, in some instances, it worked, and in some instances, it didn't work. I enjoy a lot of that old content. I still watch some of that old content from time to time. I'll pull it up and I'll watch some of Filthy Frank's stuff because, like, that's the golden age of YouTube right there, when you can just say or do anything. And I don't know. It's changed so much that it's pathetic. It's pathetic. It's not a platform for everybody anymore. Whereas it used to be a platform for you to post what interests you, no matter what that was. They've taken that privilege away, and it's... I don't want the government involved in it. Like, that's absolutely the last thing that should happen. But there should be... Well, I say that, and then I say but. So there should be some sort of rules that they have to follow where they can't side one way and not the other. Like, it has to be the rules are the same for everybody. They can't be rules for thee and not for me.
Like, that can't be. Although that's what we're dealing with. Just like what happened to me 2 weeks ago. I came right back on here. I can pull up channels right now, and all their thumbnails are what they stopped my live stream for. That makes a whole lot of sense now, doesn't it? Anyway. Kind of wish that nut mix would have been good. I'm definitely hungry. But I do have a meal that I can eat in there. I got at the fair last night. I bought extra. I bought a barbecued sandwich and fries that I could heat up today. Because when do I ever get to eat like that? Never. I appreciate that, nation. Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating. It's real frustrating because like I said, it's rules for thee, not for me. And they pick people that they allow to do it. And if you have a large following, something like that happens, you can rally your people behind and bombard YouTube's Twitter with, your people and get them to undo what they done. I've seen it happen time and time and time again. Now, I will say, I saw what they done to Alex Jones the other day. That makes me sick. It makes me sick. Since when are we not allowed to make mistakes verbally? And that became against the law. That's not how we do things in America. I mean, especially since the fact that he admitted his mistake, apologized for it, even some reparations a little bit. I don't agree with any reparations at all as far as him having to pay anything. I think that's a crock of BS. Because anything that's done as far as a TV, anything you can turn it off. You can choose to not watch it. You don't have to watch it. And if somebody else says something to you about it, then that's just how the cookie crumbles. That's how life is. You can't control everything, and you can't expect everybody. You can't expect everybody to like all the same things and dislike all the same. That's just not how it works. So I went to the fair. It was Friday, so day before yesterday. And as I was driving down there were cop cars that flew by me in town, which I don't agree with them breaking the speed limit like that. No matter what it is, in town, it's endangering other people's lives for nothing. They didn't have their sirens on; they just had their lights on and just. Well, we got down there to the fair, and I wasn't allowed to drive in. The way our fair's set up, there's a road that comes in the front side and the back side, and it's kind of out in the country a little bit. It's kind of weird when you think about it. And I know a fair, a county fair or whatever, isn't something that everybody experiences. I don't think that's something you even probably know about if you lived in a city your entire life. You may have never seen anything like that. I mean, I know up in Columbus they have the Ohio State Fair, which I've never been to, and I really want to go. Or it's not Columbus. Is it Columbus? Cincinnati? I don't know where it's at. Somewhere up there. Anyway, I'd love to go to it one of these days. I forgot about it till literally just now. But there's some amazing food there, I've heard. Anyway, we were on our way down there, and we couldn't go in the front side of the road. And the cop standing there blocking traffic, he's like, "Oh, there's a wreck down there. You're going to have to come in the backside." He said, "You can either go down here to Camp Conley and come in, which is a gas station. There's a road there, Camp Conley Mart. Or you can go by the Christmas tree farm and come in that side on the backside." So I asked him which road was better because I was in my car. He's like, you don't want to go Camp Conley way because the road's bad. Anyways, come in the backside, and once we got there, we found out what had happened. And some guy overdosed. I'll pull the news story up and read it here in a minute. Some guy in his car overdosed, and I assume, like, when he overdosed, he foot came off the brake or whatever, smashed the gas, and hit 5 people. I linked that one of the news articles yesterday when I made a post about not live streaming yesterday. Well, anyway, come to find out, it was a little kid. That one little kid took the most brunt of it, from what I understand. And for 2 days, the story I heard was he didn't make it. And then an infant, a little baby, had to be life flighted to the hospital. Then I heard they didn't make it. I heard that they two passed away, and now that now the news story is not matching up to what people were saying. Small town, you know how stuff goes around. It was the same thing everywhere, but rumors, whatever. I don't know who the people were still. I mean, it's a good chance I might know who they are, but I just couldn't imagine going to the fair. They were walking in. They hadn't even made it to the fair yet. They were walking in, and this is what happened. And the guy pinned the little boy or the little girl, one or the other, the little kid, with his vehicle against another vehicle. And I guess what I heard last night was that whenever they pulled the vehicle off the kid's legs fell off, which I can somewhat sympathize with that type of pain and that type. Like mine didn't fall off, but and it's both the kids' legs. Not I just had one, so I've been thinking a lot about this actually, especially last night and today after I heard that, and I was thinking, like, what could I do? Is there something I could do? Like, I don't even, I don't know that some people are weird about their privacy, and but I would like to at least try to go to the hospital and try to offer to help if there's anything that I could do. I have been thinking about it a lot. So I need to take action. That's what I need to do. Anyway, so another thing I was thinking about with this was, I can't confirm this, but judging by the situation, what happened, other people I know that have passed away recently from fentanyl overdoses. I don't know that we're all going to agree about this, but I'm going to say my piece about it unapologetically. The illegal immigration needs to stop. There are ports of entry. If you want to come into this country, that's how you need to come here. If you want to come here, you need to go through the ports of entry. If I want to go somewhere else, guess what? I'm going to have to go through a port of entry. I'm not just going to waltz into the country and expect them to welcome me with open arms and start paying for my cell phones. And I'm not going to carry a backpack full of drugs on my back into the country and ruin countless people's lives, if not kill countless people. That's what's happening. There is so much, the influx of drugs that have made it here to West Virginia. I can only imagine what it's like down in Florida and Texas and Georgia, down there on border states. I can't even imagine what it'd be like down, California, Arizona. Like I can't imagine what it would be like. I mean, I can imagine it kind of, but then again, I can't really understand it. It has to be bad. Boy I went to high school with, he was a Marine. He went into Marines. When he got out, he had PTSD. He was depressed. Shot himself in the face with I believe it was a shotgun. Messed his face up pretty bad. He was younger. He was probably like 24, 25 when that happened. 26 maybe when he done that. And he was a good looking kid. good, real good looking kid. For a guy, you know, I don't know. I'm not a good judge of that really. I can say if you're handsome or not, but it's about as far as it goes for me. But anyway, after that, he had issues, and that never went away. And then we started having all this fentanyl and stuff come in here. This is just one story I know of. The guy 3 blocks away from me. He had overdosed 3 times within, like, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks, and the military was sending him uh, what's that, Narcan, in the mail every month. They'd send him a package every month that had Narcan in it to keep him from overdosing, because he'd been in and out of rehabs and everything else, and it just wasn't working. I don't, for whatever reasons. Everybody struggles different, but he had overdosed 3 times, and they brought him back 3 times in like 3 weeks to a month time period. And they were like, "Look, dude, we can't keep doing this. You're gonna have to go." Basically, kicked him out of where he was at here. So he went to another addict's house, and guy I know up here that he was texting with said he texted him that night that it happened and told him that he couldn't sleep because the rats were running around so much, and they were running over top of him and stuff, mice and rats, whatever, at night. And he was trying to go to sleep, so he did more drugs so he could sleep, so knock him out, and he never woke up. Fentanyl killed him. And there's so many people around here that have that issue going on that it's something I never really seen this coming. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something I expected to see. The pain pill epidemic in West Virginia is very real, very real. All brought on by the pharmaceutical companies, but all those people that got hooked on all that crap are now on the fentanyl because it's all the same thing. Like, it all just kind of melts together, and it's cheaper, more abundant, and now they crack down on the pain medication. They won't give it to people, and because whatever, the government probably, I think they've tried to put a stop to it. They should have put a stop to it whenever they first started doing it. Pharmaceutical companies are legalized drug dealers. There's no nice way of putting it, and there's no way around that. You look at the facts, what they've done, what they continue to do. If you label them anything else, I don't know. Now, are there good drugs out there that help people? Absolutely. But it's the bad ones that they push on people to get them hooked on this, that, and the other. I mean, I'll bet that they'd, if you were to cut the prescription down by what people actually needed versus what that just get prescribed just to keep the numbers up, to make the money, I'll bet you 1/100th of what's prescribed would be prescribed. If I was a betting man, it's probably less than that would actually be prescribed. That's still a lot. But that number would come down tremendously. All right. Smoke a cigarette, finish this, and then I'm going to clean up and take off. Next weekend, my other sister's son is maybe racing somewhere kind of local in Chillicothe up there, but I might go watch him. They were telling. So my nephew got second place in both his races yesterday, which is pretty cool. He's pretty good. That was the first time I'd ever seen him race, which me and my sisters has just kind of started talking, really. We never really, I don't know, I guess we never really connected and done that before. So they're my half sisters. Our dads are the same. They're both older than I am. Angie's 47 and Michelle's around this, probably 40. 9, I'd say, something like that. So I'm trying to build some relationships with that side of my family where I've never had that. I knew the other side of my family, my mom's side of the family, because that's who I ended up staying with, was my mom and then my grandma. And yeah, that side of my family, I never. It's not that I didn't know any of them, because when I was little I did, but after I was about, I don't know, 10 or 12, something like that, I didn't really see any of them. Outside of whenever I drove up there a few times after I got my driver's license. So I'm trying to establish that as part of my family, make that more of a priority to spend time with them and see them. So, but on the good side of things, like, I'm going to be meeting with. I don't have my wallet on me. It's in my car. I need to get it out. Anyways, I'm going to be meeting with that fella, that the editing guy. See if he can help me get this live stream thing set up to where I can share clips with you guys and we can actually watch some videos or something on the live streams and do some things that way, which I think would be fun. And because there's all kinds of stuff I would enjoy showing you guys, and create some some pretty creative and interesting conversations at the end of a live stream, towards the end or an hour or something after, sit down and go through some videos, talk face to face. Well, my face is on your screen, whatever. I don't know what you'd actually call that. Face to ear, face to your face. Can't see your face, but you can see my face. StreamYard. Others use it and it works well. StreamYard. That's probably something they didn't have last time I tried to do it. I went through the whole Streamlabs, and I did some other stuff because I hate using super chats. I hate Google stealing. They steal so much money. Like, I don't like it because, yeah, I get they're providing a service, but they're taking advantage of people so bad. It's ridiculous. It's not fair. What happened now? He was for sure looking out for you. Are you talking to me? Turned around and thought I want to make sure he sees me to get a magnitude of the situation. I must have missed something. Oh yeah, definitely eat the 6-year-old Pop-Tart. I would eat it. That's kind of an acquired taste sometimes. Sometimes those Pop-Tarts are really cool because, like, the sugar will start to separate and rise, and it'll either be on the top or the bottom or whatever. And I like that, like, crust that it creates, and it's definitely got a crunchiness to it. I've never heated one of those up though, which would probably just melt that sugar. I don't know. I've never done it, so I need to. I need to try that. I'm sure I got Pop-Tarts laying around that are 10, 15 years old. I'm sure I do. Full of grots. No, I said drugs. What I wouldn't go to somebody else's country carrying a backpack full of drugs like they're doing here. Look, I get everybody struggles and everybody does different things for different reasons, and I get there's always going to be illegal immigration. I get that, but the fact that it's just wide open right now is causing a problem everywhere. It's causing way more problems that could be easily remedied. Most of them, not all, but most. So next week's race, I'm pretty sure. messages are on here. I'm pretty sure it's on Saturday, so I'll definitely let you guys know, though. Yeah, you would think LC, but it isn't. It's not treated like tips. Not even close. No, they take their 30% or whatever, and then you got to pay taxes on the rest of it. So when it's all said and done, I've never figured that number up, but it's not good after you figure up what the federal government sticks their hands in for. And now they're hiring 86,000 or 87,000 new IRS agents, which I've been complaining about this ever since that Build Back Better stupid bill came up the first time. Like, look, people, there's a huge part of that they're hiring at the time I thought it was 80,000 IRS agents. And they're arming them. They're giving them guns. They've been buying guns and ammunition in all different parts of government entities. Like, man, it was something to do with food. I read up on this recently. I cannot remember what it was that they were buying it, but they had bought, it was 286,000 rounds of 9mm, I think it was. Or it might have been 223. It was either 9mm or 223, something like that. The common ammunition, but they were like stockpiling this, and it made no sense. I can't remember. It might have been Brandon Herrera that was talking about it, because like you could see the government reports what they were buying, and like where are they even keeping this stuff at? Like it doesn't make any sense. But now it's making sense. It's all coming together for them. What, Grot? Answer you. Not illegally. Why did you say a backpack full of drugs? Well, that because of the conversation that I started with was about the fentanyl coming in the country. That's why. Because of how much has been coming in, and guys, gals, whatever, people carrying it across the border. I'm just going to assume in backpacks or something. They got to carry it somehow. Oh yeah, I'll watch Emmy Made. Yep, for sure. Yeah, I talked to her recently. I'm looking at my other phone over here, thinking if I could pull it up. It was probably a couple months ago, I would say. Oh, she did a British MRE. Well, I sent her a perfect condition corned beef hash. So, and she can probably hang on to that thing for 10 years and it'll still be perfectly edible. Here we go. Okay, Ruler Yak took care of that one. I wonder if I could delete them. Yeah, it's like they just pop back up. I don't get it. But yeah, I don't know what your question is, Grot or Crot, however I say it. I don't know why you care if I said it's in a backpack or whatever. I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter to me what they're carrying it over here, and it's a problem. It's a big problem. Saw a video where a conservative reporter went up to liberals at a college campus. I probably saw it. Asked how great Kamala Harris. Well, hang on. I lost it. Renee. Maybe. Oh, it's Nation MRE. Sorry, it wasn't Renee. Handling the situation at the border, and they couldn't name a reason or a good thing she's doing. Well, she's done nothing. She ain't even went down there still. Like, this was the issue. They were, even the like CNN and all those people were asking her, like, have you been to the border? And then she started her stupid laughing and cackling. And she said, we've been to the border. And he said, have you been to the border? And then she said something like, Well, I haven't been to Europe either. That was what? What are you talking about, lady? We have nutcases running this country right now. I don't. If that offends you, I'm sorry. Not sorry. Not sorry. Like, these people don't. That maybe they were okay before at some point. Like Biden, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he could have done a lot better job when he had his faculties, but he is not. People that claim that this dude is all there immediately tells me that they're not all there. If you think that's wrong, then you're wrong. That dude is not, he has not got all his faculties about him. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Why did I say that? I'm not sorry. I'm not going to apologize for that. It's just a fact. The guy can't string sentences together half the time. You know, people fall down, whatever. Like, stuff like that can happen. Saw him struggling to put his jacket on the other day because the wind was blowing at him. That, not a big deal either. Like, but now if you'd have turned the tables and that had been the guy previous, they'd have been like, oh God, look at him, he can't put his jacket on. Who cares? Like, you can see plainly that the wind's blowing it away from him. And yeah, I would have a hard time putting my jacket on like that. Now the falling over stuff, I mean, that's a little different. But still, I mean, and then falling, going up the stairs and all that stuff, whatever. Like, he's old. He's really old. He shouldn't be doing stuff like that, running and bicycling like that. Like, it just obviously doesn't work out too well, you know? But, I mean, I guess he took the fall all right, so it doesn't matter. I mean, it's good to get the exercise. But also, I'm sure that had to make the Secret Service's job extremely difficult. He just took off on a bike, on a bicycle ride. You know what I mean? Maybe he doesn't care or think about what he's putting other people through when he does stuff like that. Not saying he shouldn't be able to do it, but hey, go ride around on your property or closed, somewhere. Don't go take off down the main road. What are we question marking drugs for? I don't know. I just thought he said backpack full of. I didn't say backpack full of crots. I said drugs. 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 Because I don't know. Maybe you didn't hear the whole part of what I was saying leading up to that. But I'm definitely not repeating that whole thing. Because I said a lot. Yeah, no, I would no. Definitely didn't say your name. Does your name sound like drugs? I would say your name Crot, but that's just how I see it, or Croat. But it sounds like it maybe should start with a D sound, the way it was explained to me earlier, right? Or with a G sound, like Grot, and that doesn't sound anything the same. Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. I feel like at this point, anything different is going to be an improvement. Almost anything different. I guess there is probably. It'd be hard to imagine worse, to be honest. I'm trying to do that right now because it's not something I've done. I don't want to. I don't want to think about it. I hope the bots don't come back. You've probably been busy, right? Oh, yeah. Thank you for being such a great moderator. And Sean will most likely be live. I don't know. You can tell him if you will or not. But if Sean's live, it'll be tomorrow. And I'll try to make a post. I do have stuff going on tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But I will try to be present for some of that. And I will try to make a post beforehand so that you guys know. And if you guys, before you leave, don't forget to hit the thumbs up or down button. Come back, comment. Like, just it doesn't really matter that much on the live streams. Just they very rarely get picked up by YouTube. It's happened. I've got live streams that's got a couple 100,000 views probably. Back in the day, it's been a minute. So YouTube used to like live streams, but it seems like they've moved away from valuing anything like that. And I think there were some YouTubers, YouTube live streamers in particular, that kind of ruined it for everybody. Even though I enjoyed watching those guys, but they were kind of a menace to society, supposedly. But like to me, that like I don't know, they didn't do anything that was. Maybe some of them did. I don't know. Some of them might have, but the ones that I watched didn't do anything that was too bad that I wouldn't watch them still. When you deal with comedy, it's just about always going to offend somebody. You know what I mean? It's almost always going to happen. You can't please everybody, and I don't aim to please everybody. I can't please everybody, so you either like me or you don't. Like, if you meet me, I'm going to be exactly the same if you meet me as I am right here. And a lot of people in here probably have met me. Well, some people in here have met me, and they can tell you if I'm any different in person than I am just right here, right now. If you get within my, like, circle or whatever, like, I'm just going to treat you like I treat everybody else. It's just how I am. I'm not special. I'm not special. We're all the same, in my opinion. And unless you're like some crazy criminal person, then obviously they're different. But outside of that distinction, we're all the same. I treat everybody the same. Oh yeah, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, yeah, no freaking doubt, man. And then it's Chappelle. Like, Chappelle's great. I do like Chappelle. I don't agree with everything that all his views and stuff, but that's not what that's about, man. Like, I can sit down and listen to this guy and laugh my balls off. He's hilarious sometimes, most of the time, and like, what was that country guy's name? They gave him a TV show, short, stocky guy. And I can think of a song, but I should probably. Yeah, there might be kids watching. I don't want to say it. Hey, what's going on? I saw your pizza review up, CT. You guys, you like me? Thank you. I like you too, buddy. But CT's got a pizza review up. I haven't got to watch it yet, but it looked like Little Caesars, I think it was. It's pizza videos are good. You guys should watch CT's pizza videos. Go over there, subscribe to his channel as well. Thank you for the super chat, CT. But seriously though, I watch CT's videos all the time. I don't watch a ton of ration videos. There's a lot of them out there. I don't watch a ton of them, but I watch CT's. I'll click on Smitty's every now and again. Let's see, who else? Every once in a while I'll check in and see what Nathan's doing. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway. Rodney something. Did somebody say that? Yes, Carrington. Yes. Like a little short, stocky dude. Yeah, that's the one. Like I used to. He's all right. He's got some stuff that's pretty funny, especially for the time era that it came out, because that was probably 90s, early 2000s. I don't know, somewhere along in there. I haven't seen him around for a long time, actually. I wonder what he's doing, what he's into. Who else? Obviously, you had the redneck comics like Ron White and Foxworthy and Jeff Dunham. What's that guy's name? That's not it. What was the guy's name? Here's your sign guy. That guy, and who was the other? Oh, Larry the Cable Guy. Yeah, you had that whole group of guys that were kind of redneck comedy that were, some of them had like a little bit of a vulgar, especially like Ron or whatever, but they all kind of had a little twist to them that were a little raunchy. But look, that's the thing with comedy. Like, it's meant to be funny, and if you get offended over something that was a joke, then you got to kind of wonder to yourself, like, who's got the problem here? Is it them for telling a joke that I didn't like, or is it me for getting offended by something that's a joke? You know? Female MRE reviewers. There is a list of female MRE reviewers, lady ration reviewers, or Miss Renee made that list up for me a long time ago, and there is literally a whole list in my description of lady ration reviewers. That's what it was. I think that's what it's called. I got it titled, but it's in there. Yeah, you're talking about the BMW guy, Nathan's buddy, or was Nathan's buddy. What was their names? I don't think they've been around for a while. I'm sure. I think one of their links is in my description. I don't discriminate. Put anybody in there. I don't. I want everybody to make it. I want everybody to get ahead in as far as the YouTube stuff. I will, if I can help anybody out. I would help just about anybody out. Like I said, unless it's something that's offensive or something like that. Which even if it is, like, if I like you, I'm still gonna promote you to the best of my ability, because I don't expect anything out of that. I don't do it for any weird reasons. I just do it. If I like you, then that's it. You know, that's it. Or like the list I had Miss Renee. I said, hey, we were talking. There was she was one of the lady ration reviewers, and she's like, nobody has a list or anything like that up. And I was like, well, make me a list up, and I'll put it in my description. And that's what I've done. And it's been there for probably 2 years now, at least. I'd say it's been at least, no, it's probably been 3 years. So every one of my videos for 3 years has had that list in it, at least. Probably 20, I would say it was probably 2019. So yeah, probably about 3 years, I'd say. But yeah, all right. I'm going to take off, and yeah, Tracy's a great guy. I agree. Tracy's a good guy. I can't think of anybody really that I would say isn't a good guy, but like people that I know, Tracy's good people. CT, Smitty, BTemple, Ruler Yak, obviously, Sean. So the people that I know personally that I've met, everybody I've listed so far. Who else have I met that I really, Miss Marilyn, which she doesn't have a channel. Miss Renee does have a channel. Who else? K-Man, obviously. He doesn't have I don't think he has. Does he have a channel? I don't think so. Ollie over in Germany, love that guy. He's got a channel. Housel, which there better be a link to that in my description. Elandil, I haven't met Elandil. Shocker, definitely met Shocker. Me and him's good buddies. I would consider us to be pretty good buddies. Black Dog Bob, obviously, he's got a channel and a ration business and all that. Who else? I guess I left Steve off that list. So Steve, not that he needs my promotion or validation or whatever. Who else? I'm probably forgetting somebody. I don't want to forget, but I am. But all right. Wait a second. You know what? I seen a comment from Dan earlier, and I looked at it, and I was like starting to read it, and then I don't think that I read it. Maybe I can get back far enough to see it. Hey, Josh, what's up, man? I don't know if you're still here, but Josh Tard was in here and said, what's up? And I didn't get to answer him because I didn't see it. Cliff, thanks for getting on grot with me. Or I don't know how to say it. I'm grot, whatever. I don't know where he came up with that. Here we go. At work last night, I admitted a 14-year-old boy who stole a car and smashed it into a power pole. He was ejected through the window. Now he has a guardian angel. If he deserves one is a matter of debate. Oh, he stole a car, hit a telephone pole, and was ejected. And he was still living. Went back and read Dan's message there. Whew. Yeah, the whole kid thing. I'm going to see if I can't find out something about that child. I think it was just a family that ended up so. I think it impacted mainly one family, not different group of people. So I don't know, man. I just, like I said, I couldn't imagine it, and I don't know anything about the story yet, but it's obviously somebody that lives near me. So, all right, guys, I'm going to clean up and get everything thrown away. I'm not even going to try to feed that to the outside. It's not worth giving to the outside animals. I don't think they'd eat it. It's that bad. Like, sometimes I'll put stuff that's a little questionable out there, and they'll sometimes eat it, sometimes they won't. And I'm talking about raccoons that eat trash. You know what I mean? Like raccoons and possums, and like sometimes they won't eat the stuff that I put out there. That's a pretty good gauge on whether or not it's food or not, right? If a raccoon or a possum or a skunk won't eat the food, it ain't food. All right, guys. Thanks to my patrons. Thank you guys that did the super chats tonight. You guys, I love you guys. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate you. CT, go check out CT's channel. I just saw his name pop up. I'm going to say it again. And I don't think Miss Marilyn's here, but it doesn't matter. Holiday's coming up. I'm going to be pushing this, and hopefully we can get some people to try some butter cake, some gooey butter cake this year. All right. I guess all I got left to do now is say thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Later.